I want to thank my colleague for introducing this important bill around equal pay for equal work. I rise to support Assemblymember Rosenthal's bill, which would see the implementation of a policy that sets salaries for state employees on the basis of equivalent value of work, regardless of sex, race, or national origin. This legislation would require the President of the Civil Service to study the equivalency of job titles while ensuring jobs held predominantly by women are not undervalued. Should a wage disparity arise between equivalent job titles, the President would be required to request an appropriation to fix such salary disparity. The persistency of the wage gap is a bleak indication of the continued discrimination against women in the workplace. Study after study shows that American women who work full-time are only paid 80 cents to every dollar paid to men, and for women of color, as my colleague has said, the wage gap is even larger. This persistent wage gap keeps communities of color down and contributes to a cycle of poverty among single-parent households, the vast majority which are headed by women. According to a report by the National Women's Law Center, women of color will lose nearly $1 million in wages over a 40-year career, as compared to their white colleagues. This is simply unacceptable. This 80 cents to a dollar figure is a slight increase from the 60-cent figure from the 1960s, but clearly more needs to be done. And I want to point out that it shouldn't take nearly 50 years for women's pay to go up by 20 cents. As I mentioned earlier, women of color face the brunt of the wage gap. For example, Asian American women, as compared to Asian American men who already make significantly lower wages than white men, only make 78 cents on that dollar, which is the largest gender gap among racial and ethnic lines. What is even more concerning is that Asian American women, physicians and surgeons, only make 54 cents for every dollar paid to their white male counterparts. I use this example because here we see that education, which is supposed to be the great equalizer, seldom helps women reach the pay that they deserve. It's long overdue to close this stubborn wage gap, and as legislators, we must use every tool we have available to level the field around women's salary and employment opportunities. And with this, I vote in the affirmative.